Asking you as a 14-year citizen, American citizen and resident of Upland, California, to please add this issue of sanctuary state law to your agenda, so I can get back to being a productive citizen and make a difference in my community. I've lived across the street for 14 years. I've participated in PTA and held a few events in the city until I was planning a celebration and remembrance right in front of your city hall and a memorial. You allow the illegal non-residents from LA County to manipulate and convince you that I and my supporters are white supremacists. Your media and newspaper gave us no attention at all while we were in front of your city. So this affects us a lot to have undocumented citizens here amongst good citizens. So I'm asking you to please put that on your agenda. Thank you.
Good job. Woo! Good job, Denise.
After Mr. Ruiz is Linda Hazelton.
Hello, my name is George Reese. I am a Latino American citizen, and I believe that we should put SB 54 into the ballot and make sure that we vote for that. Because as you can see, as your slogan says, the city of gracious living. We need to keep it that way. We have children that need more protection, and America should be first. Our children are our future, and we should take care of that and make sure that no leaders come in here and harm our kids. Because that's what happens every single day, and nobody does anything about it.
Thank you. Good job. Woohoo! Good mom.
After Ms. Hazelton is Mark and Cindy Phillips.
My name is Linda Hazelton. I've been a resident of Upland for, I don't know, about 10 years. I'm not a Californian, and I would consider myself more of a Texan. But I gotta say, I just don't understand how California thinks, the majority, or what appears to be the majority. My dad was born in Pachuca, Mexico. And he traveled here, and it took him quite an effort, money, time, to become an American citizen. But once he did that, he's like, we will speak English in this household, we will fly the American flag. You know, every time I see what's going on here, I think of my dad, who passed about 2 years ago, and it bothers me that he worked so hard and was so proud of being an American citizen, made sure his family followed in his footsteps, then to see people that are just coming here and just dumping themselves here, it irritates me a lot. The second thing is, I really, as an American citizen, I don't like being put in the middle of a fight between local, state, whatever government, and the federal government. That just doesn't make sense. You're putting us in the middle. I want it known that I'm on record as saying I don't agree with SB 54. I think you should consider it, put it on the agenda, let us speak to it, and show that in fact we don't agree with it either, so that if things down the road don't take a different turn, then I don't want to be looking at the federal government and having to decide whether I'm going to support my state or my government. That's unfair to us. It's very unfair to us.
Good job.
Thank you, ma'am.
After Mr. and Mrs. Phillips is Joe Pattison.
Yay!
Retired police officer.
All right.
We support the U.S. Constitution.
All right.
We support our police department. And we do not support SB 54.
All right.
And we hope you do the right thing and take it away from the closed session and bring it out in public where it needs to be.
Yes.
Thank you.
Woohoo! Good job.
After Mr. Patterson is John Willis.
All right.
Hi, good evening, City Council. Joe Pattison, 58-year resident of Upland. I am opposed to 54. Got a couple personal things to share. My mother was an immigrant. I'm married to an immigrant who I helped get her green card. I'm here to tell you that the file is this thick. We went and interviewed with various U.S. government agencies, sent countless forms, had interviews, registered letters, medical exams, all kinds of things. And I'm here to tell you that it can be done. And people who want to show up for a free ride, I'm not buying it. Okay, if I can do it, so can they. Okay, there's a path to citizenship here. There's a path to coming here legally. And, I've experienced it. I know what it takes, and it's doable. For somebody to just come here and enjoy the the fruits of our great society, coming on a free ride, it's just fundamentally not right. So I urge you not to support this 54. Thank you.
Good job. Ooh. Good job.
After Mr. Willis is Steve Beerbaum.
Yeah. Good evening, John Willis. I'd like to ask you to consider to be gracious to the citizens of this town and consider joining on this opt-out of SB 54 and even go so far as to join the lawsuit with Huntington Beach. You know, I find it deeply offensive and racist, this whole thing about SB 54. I mean, it's only one group that's protected by this law. And it's outrageous. I mean, all these other groups have come here and they didn't need a special set of laws. You can take the Filipinos or the Vietnamese and look how they've thrived, even though they've come from a horribly poor incidents or a war-torn refugee situation, that they've all thrived, and they didn't need a special set of laws and set-asides. So please consider to do this. You know, Donald Trump, our illustrious 45th president, has broken the ice on this issue, and it's no longer politically correct to call out the truth. And I would just love it if you guys would step up and not sell out to the Kevin De Leons and our godless Governor Jerry Brown and that completely retarded AG we have, Xavier Becerra. I mean, how do you think that guy's going to do against the federal government? And the last time we had states had nullified federal law was, I believe, the Civil War, right? I mean, it's almost like we're coming back to this kind of situation, like America's first, and you know, everyone here is from somewhere else, but we all essentially came here legally, except this one group. And it's just beside me why we have to cater to them, and again, it's just totally racist, and God bless you, and have a good evening.
Good job, John. Very good, John.
After Mr. Beerbaum is Blanca Gomez.
That's what I was trying to say.
Good evening, Madam Mayor, City Council members, Mr. Mattis, Mr. City Attorney. My name is Steve Beerbaum. I reside at 2052 Windermere Way in the city of Upland. I'm a registered voter and proud resident of this city. Why most of us are here this evening is to speak to you about SB 54. I would ask first and foremost to the point that I would ask you to take it to the public session to hear from Upland residents, not members from Los Alamitos, not members from LA County, not members from anywhere else, but residents of the city of Upland to find out what our position is. I also had the proud honor of being a police officer and a firefighter in my previous careers. And I can tell you that for 35 plus years, the issue of immigration has always been at the forefront. Let me first say that some of the concerns I've heard voiced was that this is going to cost our police department, subsequently the city council, and us, the taxpayers, additional monies.
What is she doing here?
I would love to see any proof of that. As you're more than aware, some people may not be, that our police department transports its prisoners once arrested to San Bernardino County facilities. What happens to that person once they arrive at San Bernardino County facility is not up to the city of Upland. So the city of Upland doesn't have to make a decision and enter itself into a controversy about arresting illegal aliens simply for that cause. All we have to do is continue to follow the state law as it has for however many years we've been around, and let San Bernardino County handle from there. What I would say to you is I would respectfully request that you put this on the public ballot. For public conversation. You all have sworn to take an oath. I appreciate and don't envy your positions here at all. But you took an oath to uphold the Constitution of the United States. I'm not asking you to join any lawsuit, that's me. All I'm asking you to do is to do what the city of Upland has done before, be vocal. Congratulations for even addressing this tonight in closed session as quickly as it's being addressed, but it needs to be spoken in a public forum. Please uphold the federal government's laws, support our federal law enforcement officers, support our state officers, support the City of Upland Police Department, as you always have, and just do the right thing. Thank you, good evening.
Good job.
After Ms. Gomez is Karthik Ramakrishnan.
The term sanctuary has no uniform legal meaning, but in general, it refers to integrationist policies. That is, policies that serve to integrate